Currently going live from the desert. That's a cactus. Wait for some people to pop in. I only have a little bit of time to nap tonight. I got some obsidian and I got some flint ridge. Alright. Adjust this a little. That's good. So I got some flint ridge. There's a cow walking up to me. Like, I'm not kidding, there's a cow right here. My live stream is interrupted by a cow. He's just staring at me. All right. I got a piece of obsidian here. And that flint ridge. So we'll see what this cow is gonna do. He's just staring at me right there. Get my tools out. Just need my copper billet, my ishy stick. I got more petrified wood. And I have a good piece of flint ridge here. Flint ridge. My grinding tool. And need my pressure flaker. This'll do. And my leather. So I'll start on the obsidian first. See about maybe making a knife blade here. It's kind of junky in there, so I'll get rid of that. And I'm gonna keep all my flakes. I got a tarp down. This is some pretty good obsidian. The cow is walking away. It was just staring at me. Okay. Let's see what I can make from this. I think Leah just saw the cow. I heard her laughing and saying, "What?" Let's see if this falls apart. If it falls apart, I'll make a spear point. Then make a nice arrowhead. I think I'm gonna put that one on the side, just for that. Get some seams and stuff in here. It's kind of layered a little bit. Weird. Keep the bigger pieces. See, there's a hole in there. Damn. Nice. So there's a large crack in here. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. Just keep a longer blade. Sharp as heck. All right. See if I can make something out of this. Turn it around to look. Looking at the comments. All right. Look at that. Might wind up just making a spear point. Hitting too hard. Yeah, I'm gonna make a spear point out of this piece. Get rid of that. Grab my grinding tool. I'm gonna save all these flakes for small arrowheads and stuff. It's been a long time since I've worked obsidian. You could check them out on my Etsy shop. If you go to about, there's a link right to my shop. You could buy them there. It still has some cracks in it, right in here. Let's see if I could get rid of it from the other side. So where I'm currently camping, the owner of the land here told me that there's mountain lions wandering around, so that's fun. See how that's thinning out? All right, I gotta hit a lot lighter on obsidian. It's basically glass. Yeah, you could buy them on my Etsy shop. Or if you want, just send me an email with what you want and I'll make it for you. There is some damage in there. I'll take these flakes out here. See these little blades? These things are razor sharp. I'll show you real quick. I'll do a little cut test on some leather. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. All right, check this out. I gotta be careful not to cut myself even. So hold it tight. Super sharp. Tan leather. Alright. So I'm just gonna knock out a rough spear point here. I'm not gonna go too crazy with the obsidian. obsidian on this one. It has some flaws in it and some cracks and stuff. I got this from currently in the desert in Arizona, and I got it from a Navajo shop, Navajo owned. Oh, broke it. So what I'll do is I'll just still make a spear point out of this piece. But now I'm going to switch to the indirect stick because I'm hitting too hard. Net take flakes off the same way. It's just a little more controlled. Not as much force. How is the video quality here? Because I'm currently using Starlink. Is it lagging or is it working? Take a look at the comments here. Usually I find at this piece I bought. No lag. Excellent. Alright. What we could do with this piece? Could still be a knife blade if it stays this big. There's other people camping here if you hear talking. Alright. Thin this out. I don't want to go ultra thin. See how each time I hit it takes a flake off? Just shaping it. Let me zoom out so you can see what I'm doing. Thin it from the base. Hopefully it don't break. Just taking off flakes. I took off a nice big flake right here. Thinning it out. So this is my first piece of, I don't know if it's actually obsidian from Arizona, but I got it in Arizona from a Navajo gift shop. It's one of the first places I stopped. Take a nice flake right here if it'll let me. All right. Concentrating here, so I'm going to be quiet a minute. See how I hit that flake and it went right to the middle? That's the best way you could thin down these pieces, if you get the flake to go to the middle. Making a spear point this time. Let me read the comments here. I gotta flip it around to read the comments. Cool. Alright, I don't know how much longer I want to go with the indirect, even because that's a lot of force on obsidian. And likely to break it again. So I'll do a little bit more. I just bought a little pieces just to sample it. It's been a long time since I've used obsidian. Alright. I'll try one in from the tip just to get rid of this little bit of mass right here. See that? Alright. Start using pressure flaking soon. I hit here, and that whole piece came off. I got a big flake coming in there. Now, I did not see any obsidian artifacts yet here in Arizona. I just got here yesterday, really. And I've been trying to do a live stream with material from each area I stop at. Just keep shaping it. Shaping and sharpening. I have to say, I am a little bit nervous because the owner told me there's mountain lions around. Quite a bit of them. They got a picture of one not too long ago with a rabbit in its mouth. Alright, getting there. Behind me, a ghost. My back's to the RV. I'm good, I'm fine. Our rattlesnakes are all hibernating for the most part now, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I have to straighten this. Not too bad. Try to clean up this messy area here. There we go. That got a lot of it. Yeah, I often get cut with the obsidian. Often. Or I'll get little splinters of it in my hand. It takes a few days for it to come out. So there's a thick spot right in here. I'm gonna remove the tip and get rid of that thick spot. Let's see. In the next few live streams, I am going to be making arrows. So if you want to know a bit about the arrows, hit subscribe, hit like, and that's incoming shortly. See, there's a lot of junk in there. That got rid of a lot of it. Now I have to get rid of this bump and crushed edges right in there. I'll try that as well. I hinged it. Don't mind the cow sounds. The cow scared the heck out of me, snuck up on me. Alright. Could probably pick that out. Let's try coming at it from the other direction. Did I get it? I did. That got rid of it. There we go. Alright, do that right next to it. Thin that down. And then one more spot right here. Okay, so I'm going to sharpen this up now. Leah's talking to the cat, Jasper. We got an RV cat now. Alright, so I'm going to try one more thing on this piece. Probably shouldn't, but I want to make it match the other side if I can. See how there's a flake going up the center here? I want to try to do that on the other side. I might break it, but if I break it, no big deal. I just make smaller arrowheads. So let's see how that goes. All right. Okay. So I'm going to try to take a flake right up the center here. It went, but not very far. So I'll try again right next to it. Nope. There we go. That felt right. And then I'll do one more right here. All right, just gonna finish this up, sharpen it up. If anybody wants this one, When I finish it, let me know. I'll put it in the, just put it in the comments that you want it, or one like it, and I'll get it out to you for a decent price. Ah, there we go. Bring the side in a little bit. Just to make it even. Let's see. Take a look at the comments while I show this finished one off. Yeah, Leo, just make an offer and then email me. Sharp as heck. Yeah, Ben, if you want one, just let me know, email me, and I'll make you one and send it out. Decent price. Put a flute net on this side, and on this side I put some thinning flakes. And I'll put this one on the side, and I'm going to try the flint ridge now. I'm going to do the, I'm going to just try to take a flake off and work on the flake. Last episode I did petrified wood from Arizona. Let's see, I might need a heavier billet for this. I'll use this one. See the size difference? Just to get a flake off of it. I'm just gonna make a super basic point, I think. There we go. All right. Put that down there for now. Can flint be sanded or stone sharpened? If it's a grinded into shape point, then you can sharpen it by grinding it more. The way to sharpen it would be to flake it with the hand flaker, the way I did on that obsidian. I got to take this out of my pocket earring. That'd make a nice blow dart point. All right, let me see if I could get it this way. Might snap it. I'm gonna try anyway. It's tough in there. I'll try again, get a different piece. It's colorful stuff. Take a piece right off here. There we go. That's better. This I'm also not used to working. It's a new material for me. I see there's a line going across. I don't know if that's going to be a weak spot or not. I could make a sandwich too. I know how to do that as well. I'll just try to make a little knife blade out of this piece, I think. If this holds together. If not, if this breaks, I'll make a spear point out of it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Actually going to switch to this. Everything I'm using to make these tools should be in the product list. If you don't know what it is and you're interested in trying it, it's all for sale in the products. This is raw flint ridge, so it's going to be a little tougher than most. It's eating away at my tool. It's okay though. You can see here there's a little bit of quartz crystals in there. Alright, see this bump in there? I'm going to try to get rid of that with the indirect. Got rid of some of it. It's working. So this stuff has a lot of crystal in it at the tip here. Got to get rid of that. And as always, if it breaks, I'll just make a smaller tool. Either a knife, a smaller knife, or a spear point or an arrowhead. Or if it breaks entirely, I'll make a little blow dart arrowhead. Got rid of most of that crystal with this piece. See that shimmery? So really, I just got to get this cortex off and then start shaping it. All right, let's see what happens. I've never actually tried a Danish dagger before. I just wanted to see if I could make myself a decent little knife out of Flint Ridge. So lag. No lag at all? Everyone's saying everything okay? Like I'm in the desert, so I wasn't sure if the Starlink was gonna work or not. That is my alarm. I'm sorry for that. It's gonna go off every 10 minutes or so. All right. I'm assuming this stuff is tough because it's not heated. So we'll see about thinning it. Picture is super choppy. Small lag. Okay. We'll have to see. If this one is too laggy for live streaming, I'll have to figure. I'll have to get like a signal extender for Starlink or something. I'll figure it out. Really, I just want a usable knife for myself out of this material, is what I'm going for. How long have you been flint knapping for? So, somewhere, I've been trying to figure that out actually, somewhere between 17 and 20 years. I'm gonna say I really started to be serious with it around 2007 or so. It's a crystal pocket in here, so I'm not going to try to flake that area. It's actually getting kind of hard to flake. Alright, I'm going to see if I could get rid of most of this. If I can't, I'm going to keep it just like this and put it on a handle. And I'm going to be using it. If it holds together, that is. Alright. It's pretty. Minus that junk. Sketchy part. Sketchy part is trying to remove that cortex. I'll start near the tip and shoot them down across this if it'll go. One didn't go far enough. I'm actually going to put on the rock to give me a little more extra leverage here, because the stick is sliding out. Yeah, they're not going, the flakes are not traveling as far as I want them to. Probably because it's raw material. But I'm also not hitting extremely hard, because I don't want to break it. Just want a usable knife. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. How bad is the lag? I'm wondering if it's going to be in and out. I kind of want to keep this crystal in here. Let me know if it pops back out of lag or what's going on with that. Need to figure out what I'm going to do for signal out here in the desert in Arizona. I didn't expect there to be any signal, to be honest. All right, I'm going to start pressure flaking this because I don't want it to break. I don't care too much about getting all that off. Just want it to look like a knife. Let me see. Where you put the blade core on the I'm pushing into the platform. So like I'm pushing. So let's say this is the issue stick. I'll rest it just above the platform, push in, and then when I hit down, it usually runs a pretty decent flake. Yeah, raw Flint Ridge is surprisingly tough. I just want this to be super sharp. I'm going to be using it in videos. And I just got my hunting license for Arizona. And I am on BLM land. Spoiler. There's going to be some pretty cool hunting videos. See that edge? Look at that. It's awesome. I want to make this edge as sharp as well, but that crystal pocket, see that? I want to keep that in there just because it looks awesome. This spot here is still thick, but I think I'm going to keep it that way so that if when I'm pressing down to cut, it keeps this part here a little stronger. I'm going to put this in some elk or moose antler as a handle. Do not want to waste any more of the materials, so especially if I'm just using the tools, it's not like I think I'm going to bring this edge in a little bit. It looks too weird like that. So I've been talking to YouTube about hunting content, and they're pretty much saying don't show blood, don't show anything shocking. It's going to be difficult to do it the way I want to do it, but I'm gonna figure it out. That's gonna be super sharp. Just gonna keep bringing this in a little so it doesn't look too weird. A lot of paleo tools are uniface, meaning there's no work on this side. I don't want to risk trying to shoot flakes into here. Yeah, I like hunting. Don't want to risk shooting too many flakes into there because I don't want to break this piece. And I've been having a string of bad luck on camera lately of breaking pieces, so. Just make sure it looks nice and it's sharp. Should try to take 2 flakes here, thin it a little bit. I'm gonna use the indirect stick again. And I'm not gonna hit too hard here. Just enough to get rid of that bump. One more right here. Ooh, careful. Try to thin this spot just a little. I'm gonna try to shoot a flake right into here. Hopefully it don't break. We'll see what happens. Ah, there we go. See it thinned it there? And one or two more right near the tip here, just to thin it out a tiny bit. One more, just like that. Cool. I'm gonna keep the crystals in there. I can't thin it anymore here because I want to keep that crystal pocket in. I'll try one more right here to get rid of that lump. I don't want to hit hard at all on this, really. Okay, one more. That should be thin enough in there. Most snappers will keep going and do their best to get rid of this. I'm not going to be down in Ohio again anytime soon, so I'm going to conserve the material and just try not to break that. The edge is sharp, it looks cool, it's got crystals in it, it's thin enough, it's sharp enough. Put it in a handle and be done with that one. I left this thicker, wider, I mean just because of that crystal pocket. I just thought it was cool. It's got cool bands in it and stuff, look at that. If you look at tools Paleo-Indians used, often it is uniface. You'll see a blade like that with very little work on one side and all the work on the other side. They didn't really care too much about this, with the exception of like their fluted points, their actual spear points. Then those are like perfectly done most of the time. All right. So we got two cool little things here. Pretty sure somebody wanted this one. They're gonna email me. This one I'm not gonna sell. This one I'm gonna use for the hunting vids. Could probably try to hit one more flake right here, but I don't want to. That seems like a weak spot to me. Did a flute flake right there, channel flake, with a bunch of little thinning flakes on the other side. All these flakes, I'm gonna keep most of them. That's why I got the tarp down. I'm gonna keep them. Also, so nobody cuts their feet anywhere near here. Or anybody finding them and thinking it's an archaeological site and send out archaeologists, and that wastes everybody's time. So best just to keep the tarp down, keep them all. And then I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm just gonna show you how I make a blow dart point. Just out of a flake. Let's see if I could find a good one here. This one looks decent, so I'm gonna knock off this piece. It depends. I have all different prices depending on the material, if, you know, how much effort it took to gather it, how much time I took to nap it. I'm just gonna make a quick blow dart point out of this piece of obsidian here. I'll show you how I do it. I went frog hunting, and these worked freaking excellent for that. If you haven't tried frog legs, you're missing out. Delicious. Oop, broke it. All right, continue on. If you break it, just keep going. That's what I do. I break a lot of stuff. I still come out with something I'm proud of and that I can use. It's still fun. It's fun to make these things. I'm hearing all kinds of animal sounds that I'm not used to. Oh, huh. That was a weird break. I don't want it to be like a little dinky thing. Let me try another longer flake. Yeah, try the frog legs with cayenne. So this particular obsidian is more brittle than obsidian I've worked in the past. So we got to be careful with it. But I did want to show you just a quick blow dart point. These things work amazingly especially if you're using the Tim Wells Slockmaster or Fish Hawk. You put this on the end of a piece of bamboo. Amazing. You'd be shocked at how well it works. I got the basic shape here. Doesn't take very long to make these, unless you do that, which I keep doing. Let's try a bigger piece, a little stronger. This one has cool colors in it. It's just brittle. This piece is just extra brittle is all. Get rid of the tip. So let me try to get rid of all the parts that are going to break while I'm putting pressure on it. And I'll just show you the basic idea of blow dart point, or what I've been using to hunt with anyway. If this piece breaks, I'll use a piece of the harder flint ridge. I'm just not used to obsidian. I'm used to harder materials. Well, see. All right. Let's say there's got to be a flake of the flint ridge big enough. Yeah, this piece looks okay. Easy material to find. Quartz and quartzite. It's very, very tough to knap, but it's very easy to find. You can find that just about anywhere. This piece is also going to be brittle because it's such a thin flake, but I'm sure we could get something out of it if I'm careful. I'm putting those little flakes in. The tip is curved, and the base is curved on this side, and the tip is curved on that side. So take some of the tip off carefully. Not like that. All right. You know what? We'll do it with this. I'm just going to keep going until I get a good piece. I'm going to take a little flake off of here. Like that. This'll work. If this breaks, I give up. Okay. This is petrified wood. Get rid of the weak and delicate parts, like I was saying. Just get that basic arrowhead shape. Where am I from now, or where am I from originally? I'm originally from Long Island, New York. Napping some of the bark, and it just kind of flakes right off. And then it goes to start looking like that. It's pretty cool material, honestly. Alright. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Leah is getting the RV situated. If you're wondering what all that sound is, she's getting up while I do this. So currently what I'm doing is traveling around and filming. We just left Texas. I have a Texas episode incoming. As soon as I get a good enough signal here, I will be uploading it. I've been recording how to find this kind of material, where you could find it. or how you could get your hands on it. So I'm being a little more careful with this one because I keep breaking them. They are delicate when you're making them, but when you use them, if you shoot them into like a tree, it won't break for the most part. The obsidian will, but this harder stuff like the flint ridge or the petrified wood here, from what I see, it does not really break unless it hits a rock. If it hits a rock, it's gone. Alright, so something like a little triangle like that would work, but I like to actually make it look like an arrowhead, like what you would think an arrowhead looks like. And I like Dalton style a lot, so I put the little groove in the base. And then I'll just sharpen the edges up. Man, it's getting quiet out here. Heard coyotes last night. Loud as heck. One of the things you want to do is make sure that each of these little serrations are even and sharp. There we go. If you have a super sharp copper nail, mine's worn down. This is a lot easier to do. But you put this on a blowgun. One of Tim Wells' models. And if you watch his channel, he killed a bear with a smaller point made of steel, but this stuff is just as sharp, if not sharper. Hearing some strange noises behind me here. I'm a little freaked out. Tip has to be sharp as heck. It helps if it's straight, too. That'll work. In one of my videos, I used the blowgun and shot a bluegill in the water. And it went entirely through the bluegill. Was shocked at that. Alright, that is good enough. Just keep over sharpening it and taking too much off. Trying to make sure it looks nice. Okay. Nice little point here. And if you look through my channel, I test stuff like this. I hunt with stuff like this. I have a rabbit hunting episode. I have the bluegill episode. So if you guys are interested in that, just do a search on my channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button if you want to see more of it. If not, don't worry about it. And I'm gonna head inside and get some food. And put this with the other two things I made. Obsidian fluted point, basic flake knife, blow dart. Obsidian, flint ridge, petrified wood. Let me take a look at the comments before I sign off here, so I haven't looked in a while. All right, flip it around. Man, I missed a lot of comments. Yes, I've been to Texas. I filmed the Texas episode not too long ago. Kentucky has a lot of arrowheads. Yeah, if you check the creeks, you could find, like if you don't have flint or chert, there's quartz and quartzite, or just bottle glass that is washed down into the creek. Yeah, I'll do that on the next live stream. I'll show you that point mounted to the blowgun dart, and I'll shoot it into like a watermelon or something for fun. All right, guys, have a good one. I'm gonna walk you over to the cactus, because this is one of my first times seeing a real cactus in the desert. Crazy looking. All right, I gotta clean this junk up. You guys have a good one. See you later. Hit thumbs up. Subscribe. Have a good night.